there! Welcome to CM501 Design Strategy and Software, Section G1. My name is Ashley Koloje, but you can call me Professor K if you want. I always say you can call me Ashley, but nobody ever takes me up on it for whatever reason, so most people call me Professor K. Anyway, I wanted to record this quick video to tell you some important information about this class and tell you how to prepare for next week when we start our class. Just so that you know a little bit more about me. Like I said, I'm an assistant creative director in Boston University Interactive Design. So what's that mean? During the day, I am working on your websites. I have designed the BU Dining website, the BU FitRec website. Actually, you might be familiar with my work from the BU College of Communication website. A lot of different websites that you've seen and used in your experience and time at BU have somehow either gone through me, my approval process, or I've actually gone and designed them myself. So ask me about those sometime. It's really fun. I will be teaching this course from that perspective. So every professor comes to this material with a little bit of a different perspective. Mine's a digital perspective. I grew up from a design standpoint in print, right? So I started out at my college newspaper. I was like doing print layouts and advertising for newspapers. So I've got a good print background, which is where a lot of the focus in this class is. But I also have really extensive interactive experience. So you're going to get a little bit of both from me in this class. What else should you know? Oh, a couple things about communication. I like to use Slack to promote communication between the rest of the students and me. So I am on Slack for work, which means you can use Slack to kind of ping me anytime between 9 and 5, and I will generally get back to you pretty quickly. So right after this video, I want you to do a couple of things that will help me out a lot in preparing the class and making sure you have a really great experience. The first thing I'm going to need you to do is test and install Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop. Now, if you haven't done this before, if you don't already have Creative Suite access, you can get free access through Boston University IS&T, and I'll provide a link for that in the next steps after this video. Make sure you do that because the first thing we're going to do when we come to class on Tuesday, or one of the first things anyway, is actually get into groups and just start trying the software out and do an exercise together that'll get you in and designing right away so that you can get a feel for that. I recommend that you poke around a little bit on your own too, just so that you can get a feel for what the software is like. Speaking of groups, I'd like you to fill out a quick 5-minute survey. I promise it won't be long. It'll be really, really quick. To help me group you into what I'm going to call squads. Basically, these groups of 4 to 5 people who are hopefully in your same time zone, or at least one person is in your time zone. So I'm going to try my very best to make sure that you're all kind of coordinated. It's going to help me plan the class for the rest of the semester. And what I want you to use these groups for is kind of as a support tool, right? So you know how in class, you'd normally have like one person to your left and one person to your right, and they'd be like your neighbors. And you'd say, hey, did you get the notes for this class? Or, you know, what do you think of this lecture? Or maybe you have questions about your assignments. That's what these squads are meant for. They're meant to be kind of like your support groups, similar to what you'd get in class just by sitting next to somebody. This questionnaire will include a space. If you happen to know somebody in this class or section, you can request that you be in the same group. I don't mind that, totally fine. It'll also ask you a few other basic questions about your familiarity with online classes and what I can do to help your learning and make sure you have a really good experience in this class. So please make sure you fill that out. It's a really important survey and will really help me plan. If you don't, I'm going to have to randomly assign you, and I really don't want to do that. We have a digital sketchbook in this class. And what the digital sketchbook does is it just has you think about a number of different prompts and kind of your relationship with design over the course of the semester. So you can plan for like, you know, maybe 15 to 20 minutes for each entry. It doesn't take too long, and you can do this in whatever format you like. A lot of people like to write, but you could just collect images from around the internet and put like some bulleted, you know, context around it. You could draw, whatever works best for you. Finally, I'd like you to join the CM501 Design Software and Strategy Slack team. Like I said, Slack is a really great communication tool for us all. It will allow me to have a direct line of communication to you. Anytime that you need me, just send me a Slack. It's way better than email. Because of my job, I get a lot of emails. And what happens if you email me is I tend to lose things. So join the Slack team, ping me if you need me. I can like set reminders for myself and stuff like that. And I'm usually very accessible from 9 to 5 because that's when I work during my day job, and my day job uses Slack too. So easy peasy, great ways to get in contact with me. Once you do all that, the only other thing I ask is that you have a photo of yourself and your preferred name set in Zoom and Slack. If you go by an alternate name and you're comfortable with it, please do include your preferred name as well as your given name. So, for example, if my name was Ashley, but I preferred to go by Ash, I might say Ash and then in parentheses, Ashley. So that's that. I'm really excited to learn design with you this semester. I'm so excited to see where you all go. This is like one of my favorite classes to teach. I usually teach this class, and then design and interactive experiences is the other one I teach because it's based around HTML and CSS. And we're going to have so much fun. You're going to love it. If anybody told you that this class was an easy A, I'd like to correct that assumption. It's not an easy A. No art or design class ever is. However, it is a very achievable A if you do the work. So that's how I'll phrase it. Not an easy A. Art and design is actually really hard stuff. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of like thinking and revisions, but it's definitely achievable. And we're going to have a great time in class. So I can't wait to see you. Can't wait to meet you all on Tuesday. And please let me know if you have any questions whatsoever, and I'll help you out. I'll see you later.